Hi everyone, Flora here. So today I want to share with you a little bit of insight around how to have more confidence. This is something that I actually struggled with for a good number of years. And so I want to share with you what worked for me in hopes that it will work for you. So if you're tuning in, go ahead and share with me where you're tuning in from so I can give you a little bit of a shout out. So I shared with you a couple weeks ago about one of the things that happened to me while I was in the Marine Corps. So, and how that helped me have more courage. So, back in 1993 when I was in the Marine Corps, I was in boot camp and we were at the top of a very high tower with all of our gear on, and we were expected to jump off this tower and then swim to the side of the pool. Needless to say, I was kind of freaking out because at the time I actually had a very real fear of heights and I wasn't a very strong swimmer. So at the same time, I'm kind of panicking a little bit. I noticed another recruit who was like, oh hell no, I am not doing this. She's crying, she's freaking out. All the drill instructors are going, you will do this, and they're like yelling, and she's like having like this pure and utter meltdown. And I'm going, oh my God, I do not want that to be me. So the first thing I did was I got really clear, I do not want that to be me. The next thing was like, I just want to get this over with. And so what I did was I calmed myself by taking a deep breath and watching what the other people were doing that were doing it successfully. And all they did was literally walk up to the platform, step off, and they jumped. And so when they jumped in and they actually went under the water, I counted, and they were only under for about 3 seconds. I'm like, ooh, okay, I can do that. And so by watching the other people do what they were doing, that gave me the courage to do it myself and say, okay, so again, I got very clear about what I didn't want. I didn't want to be that person who was getting yelled at. I still remember her name to this day. And that gave me the courage to go, okay, well, I'm sorry. That gave me the clarity of I don't want to be that person. And so I found my center, watched what other people were doing, and by watching what other people were doing, that gave me the courage to actually just go through the motions and go through the process, which was walking up to the edge of that platform and step off without skipping a beat, jumping off, went under the water, popped up in 3 seconds, and I'm like, yay! Swam to the side of the pool, and I was like, okay, good. And doing that, actually getting really clear about what it is that I wanted, and then watching what others were doing, finding out a kind of a plan of action, if you will, that gave me the courage to say, okay, I'm just gonna take one step. And granted, that step was off of a big, really high platform in full gear. But in doing that and going to the side of the pool, that gave me the confidence to go through the rest of swim qualification. And which again, at first I was a little freaked out, but I realized that everything that I was wearing floated, it floats, and all the drill instructors were teaching me how to do what they wanted me to do. They weren't gonna ask me to do anything that they didn't know how to do, and then they wouldn't show me how to do. And with their guidance, with their support, I completed it and I finished it, and I was like, rock on, this is so exciting. And so that's what the entire amount of boot camp was them, of course, yelling at us, but also saying, this is what we expect of you. And they knew that we wanted to be Marines. All of us that were in boot camp, we started with 78 women and graduated with 26. And so they knew all of us wanted to be Marines. And those who didn't really want it, they dropped out. Some of them got hurt, but those of us who really wanted it, we stuck through. And that's the one thing that we got very clear on was, I want to be a Marine. I want to see if I truly can do this. And the entire boot camp was a test of saying, do you really want it bad enough? Here you go, here's another test, here's another obstacle. And so every day I had to remind myself on why am I here? And that's my goal. I want to be a Marine. The next thing was every day I had to take just one baby step forward. Okay? I had to say, if I really want to do this, I need to do things that might scare me. And then the more that I did that, the more confidence I got. And so I share this with you. Not everybody is a Marine. No, just less than 1% of the population is. But you do want to run a successful business. Okay? You do want to, if you're working for somebody else, you do want to climb the corporate ladder. Okay? So the first thing that I would encourage you to do right now is to get very clear about what it is that you truly want to do. What do you want to do? What do you really want? And create that goal for yourself. If you want to be the next CEO of the company that you're working for, okay, or CFO or whatever it is that you want to do, or if you want to make $10,000 a month, get very clear about what it is that you truly want, and then ask yourself, okay, from clarity comes courage, and that bridge that meets, or actually not meets, that actually connects clarity with courage is that action plan, is those steps, okay? So figure out, okay, this is what I want right here, and what steps, what's one step, this is that 1 degree shift I'm always talking about, what's one step that I can take that will bring me closer to what it is that I want. Okay? It could be jumping off that tower in boot camp. So I want to see how the other people are doing it successfully. She was doing it unsuccessfully because she's freaking out going, no! She actually had to jump anyway, otherwise she would have failed boot camp. So I watched. And so that's the thing, is that look at and find people that are doing what you want to do, find what they're doing, and follow them. Join their classes and programs. Hire them as your coach or mentor. Read their books. But see what they're doing. Find out what they're doing that works. And that's how you can take that first step, okay? And then, as you take those steps, every step you take, you're going to gain more and more courage and more confidence. And like I said, in going through boot camp, my drill instructors were there to keep me accountable, to walk with me every step of the way, or march with me every step of the way. I loved cadence. But that's what I do as a coach, is I help people get really, really clear about what it is that they want. Super crystal clear. And then I help you create an action plan, and then I walk with you through that action plan every step of the way for accountability. You know, I see so many people trying to do it on their own and they fail. They don't do it because there's nobody holding them accountable. And as a coach and as a mentor, that's what I do best. I am a master at simplification, getting rid of the bullshit, and helping you get uber clear on what it is that you want in your life and in your business. And then I'm also very, very good, actually an expert at creating action plans, doable action plans. And then as you take those baby steps and those 1 degree shifts in your life and in your business, what happens is you start to gain more courage, and you're like, oh my God, that was so fun. Wow, I can't believe I was so scared to do this. And then with each step, you gain more and more confidence, and then you're just like blowing and going, and you're making 10,000 or more a month. You're speaking, you're writing books, you're doing all those things that you want to do because you've had someone to hold you accountable. And so if you want my help over the next 6 to 12 months, if you have a big project or a big goal that you really want to do, even if you have a small goal that you want my help and support on, I want to talk with you, okay? So click link number 1 below, and what that's going to do is bring you to my private coaching application. I want you to fill that out so that we can jump on a live private phone call together so we can have a conversation. And I want to hear from you what you want help with, what you really have been trying to do but haven't been able to do it on your own. Okay, and then I can help you start to create that action plan. But the rubber meets the road on those days that you feel like, okay, I don't feel like doing this, but I need to do it. Can you hold yourself accountable? If not, then you're the perfect candidate for coaching with myself, because I work with people who are willing to ask for help, who are willing to say, okay, this is the roadblock that I'm facing and I need some help. And also those people who are action takers, who say, yes, I absolutely want to do this. And also if you're willing to invest in yourself. I mean, I've spent hundreds of thousands of dollars on coaching and programs and things to move my life and my business to where it is today. So if that's you, if you are someone who either has your own business or is working for someone else and you have a clearly defined goal, or you want to create a clearly defined goal for yourself, you're willing to invest in yourself, you're willing to do the work, click link number 1 below so that we can have a conversation. I do have a couple spots open tomorrow. I have a couple spots open on Thursday, and I also have some open next Tuesday. So I want to hear from you. I want to talk with you, and I want to help you achieve your goal. Now, click link number 2 if you want to kind of figure out what it is that you do want. What this is it's a goal setting worksheet so that you can more clearly figure out, well, okay, what do I really want in my life? And then click link number 1 and we'll talk, all right? So I hope this has served you today. If it has, tag your friends below and say, hey, you have to watch this because I know this is gonna help you, all right? Okay, I love you all, and I will see you back here tomorrow, and I hope to see all of you on a phone call very, very soon. Bye.